So we have got some good stuff going on for this weekend. Um, in current events, Haas USMC in his Domino Nolo 17 something numbers channel, I'll put a link in the description bar, is doing a comparison study of the Articles of Confederation, which is our original document following the Revolutionary War, versus the Constitution of the USA, which is our present document. It's a study worth partaking in. In his video, he's got some brief differences, and we are left with the homework of reviewing the Articles of the Confederation as well as the U.S. Constitution. Now they're both lawyered documents is the term that I'll use. So don't be afraid to glaze over something if it seems a little too meh, and don't believe the first person that wants to speak up when you come across something that says the Commerce Clause or something like that, and the person says, what this means is, always beware of a man bearing the gift of what this means is. In the case of the Constitution, what this means statement means is that different people can change its meaning to suit their desires. If you want to check out the video that Haas did, that's cool. I wanted to add a couple things that it left out in the differences. The Articles of Confederation restricted federal government to only the powers expressly listed versus the powers reserved or the powers implied, not by the states. So the Constitution, kind of by design, can pick up whatever hasn't been listed unless it's reserved by the states or the people. So if the people don't expressly reserve those rights, same with the states, the federal government ends up picking it up. Whereas in the Articles of the Confederation, unless the articles specifically say, yes, the federal government can do this, then it cannot. The other one error, though, in Haas's video had to do with the vice president being the president of Congress. As you guys will find out when you're studying the Constitution or taking a look at it, when you have the different branches of government, the executive, legislative, and judiciary branch, you will notice that the Vice President of the United States is in the executive branch. The executive branch, by design and by constitutionality, is supposed to be separate from the legislative branch. Therefore, in my observation, to have the Vice President of the United States and the second level executor of the government be a president of the legislature is in fact unconstitutional. Now, what libertarians and anarcho-capitalists like about the Articles of the Confederation is that it required a unanimous vote versus a 3/5 vote. 9 states out of 12, and so on and so forth. It actually comes out to be a percentage. What's cool about it, in the Articles of the Confederation being necessary, a unanimous vote, is you don't end up with a single state forced to do what it does not want to do. However, and I will eventually make this argument, and no offense to the peoples of those states, it doesn't account for ineptitude, if I'm making sense. Let's say it isn't that one particular state left off isn't forced to do something, it's just merely incompetent. So if something really needs to be done by, if we're made of 50 states, and we need a 50-state consensus. And I don't know, New Jersey can't put somebody up that, say, isn't in the mafia and can't figure out a way to make money by voting yay. So we're left with 49, and there could be circumstances where you have a mess. If you owe a powerful country a debt, things like that. But great study, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I personally downloaded the Articles of the Confederation. Now, I got one with an active table of contents, which I ended up spending 99 cents on it on my Kindle. The U.S. Constitution, of course, was free. So, y'all take care, and I look forward to the participation, and don't be afraid to speak up, even if you're a commenter type. And I don't know. I'm sure some people will bring up the Organic Act of 1871 and some of the terminology of the Constitution, and I look forward to speaking with those people, without drawing somebody else's conclusions from those circumstances. All right, that'll do it for now. This is a pretty meaty video, so y'all take care.